Hey guys, how are you? So this is part two of doing a portrait using Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa as our idea thing. So we drew it in the step one. I'm going to show you some coloring ideas quick. Because Leonardo did something, I mentioned it in the last video, but I didn't explain it. Sfumato. That's the Italian word for smoke. Okay, it sounds like tomato, but it's sfumato, and it makes things blend into each other. Like, it's really hard to see where our hair becomes the mountains, and the mountains become our hair. So we're gonna start with some black, and I'm just gonna really color in her hair black here, so it'll look more like a picture here. And again, I'm not gonna color it completely in the video, because I don't want to take a million years. So where does her hair become her shirt, right? It's really hard to see in the original painting. There's like some gold shoulder thing over here that we'll put in here like that. But then, I'm just gonna continue with the black, okay? That's her arms. It's a little tricky with crayons because you don't want to go totally black. I'm making her hair black here. Already looks better with all her hair black. I'm going to color in the outer edge of her garment is very black. Okay, watch what you can do with the face. You could shade it in a little bit, the cheeks. Shade in her forehead a little bit. I'm gonna outline the mountains a little bit. This is more black, I think, than you'd ever want to use in real life or when you're painting with paint. But that's what Leonardo would do. All right, now we're gonna find this color. I think matches her shirt. Is kind of tan or reddish. And you don't want to color too dark. You want to leave some white of the paper in there so you can mix the crayon colors together a little bit. All right. He uses this really cool kind of golden color for the skin. And again, I'm doing it really light. There's a big shadow under her neck. We'll deal with in a minute. Ooh, I can see there's some nice stuff we can do on the eyes in a second. Her hands are actually very dark. We'll add some red in there in a minute. I'm gonna get a little bit of red. I know there's not a whole lot of red in the actual lips, but I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit. Your top lip should always be darker than the bottom lip. Make the bottom lip. I'm gonna throw some orange in there to make it brighter because the light is hitting your bottom lip. Okay. Now check this out with the eyes. He actually paints a lot of details of her like eye socket. There's like a eye socket on the bottom. You have your eyelid on the top. He's got a real dark shadow on the nose. Okay. It's almost like the eyeballs are deeply in this. Make her look really moody, right? And she almost has dimples, right? Out here. That's why I think people think she's smiling. And then you shade under the lip a little bit. Here's my shadow under the chin. A little bit of shadow on the edge of her skin here. I think it's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna use some yellow. It's hard to believe, but you could actually use yellow for the highlights in the middle. For her cheeks, for the nose, for the forehead. And really, if you want to be a pro, what Leonardo, the Italians, used to do for the shadow is the opposite of red. would be green. So I'm gonna actually throw a little green in the shadow on her neck. That's the best way to make a shadow on a human, is with the complementary color. Little shadow. I'm using some green still for the nose shadow, for the eye shadow. So you see how I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not using like one color like in a coloring book, right? And I can almost go back and use some black, but I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to throw some blue in here where the water is. There's a lake up here. And if you can mix, the sky is really this kind of crazy ochre color almost. Do I have a goldenrod in here? No, don't have one. So I'm going to start with this. If you mix like an orange with a blue, we should get this strange greenish color. It's a really neat color. I've tried to mix it a lot with paint. Okay. Yeah, so mixing that gold with this blue. And I'm just about to stop, and I'll show you the finished colored one on the internet. Okay, I'll have a photo up. I got some green here. All right. Try that. I know that's a lot. I know I did that really fast, but I think you guys should be able to handle something like that. Don't worry if you have to do it twice. If you have to throw it away, start over. That's okay. Hey guys, so I'm going to continue coloring. What I want to point out is some colors in the Mona Lisa that you might not see. Like the sky is not like a blue sky, okay? It's got a lot of yellow in it and stuff. And down here there's like a reddish brown where the earth is, okay? And there's a lot of blue-green in these mountains here, right? So I rounded up some more crayons to help me get this job done. This is the one I was looking for before for the skin. It's called goldenrod sometimes, or yellow ochre. So I'm going to work this into the skin a little more to give me some shadows. But I'm going to work on the background especially in this video. Let me see what this one is here. This is kind of like a nice sea green, which is good to look far away. Because especially if we were painting, when you're painting, if you add this kind of light blue, it makes things look far away. So I'm going to add some on the mountains here so they look far away. And you should color all the way to the edge of your picture. I can't because of the blackboard. I don't want to get crayon on the blackboard. So this is like a turquoise color I'm mixing in. And as you come downwards, you always want to get lighter. So I'm going to put more of this ochre actually in the sky. All right, work down here. I know it's going to look funny. I'm going to start with it's going to look purple. Oh, that's blue. Huh, that is funny. I thought it was a little bit of purple. I'm gonna make this like a dark red. There's like a road here, like an S shape. Okay, so I'm gonna color in the dirt a little bit. Okay, you got that. And this, what's cool about the Mona Lisa is how things turn into each other. This thing on her shoulder here, if you look at the Mona Lisa, it becomes a bridge over here. So it's like the woman is made out of the background. You see this little bridge here? That's actually a bridge with arches, which becomes like her shoulder. It's really interesting. I'm going to put some purple in here, darken it up, because you want to get used to in life not using black for your darks all the time when you can. Use like purple and green, like cool colors. But since we're using crayon, not paint, we're stuck a little bit. We're gonna have to use some black. Gets really dark behind her. I'm gonna shade this in her arm. See, if I use purple here with the black, see that? It looks a little more three-dimensional, okay? And the wall back here is almost blue. And the window ledge is like this brown again. It's like a building. And now I'm gonna hit it with a final attack of black, all right? I'm really gonna try to finish her hair and stuff. This I'm gonna turn into this line here. I'm gonna turn into her, like, what do you call the thing? The veil on her head, all right? But I'm gonna clean this up a lot here. So you want to try to use your crayons like you're painting in a way, because I know you guys don't have paint at home, but we are in high school and we want to try to make this a little bit grown up, right? Putting a little more shadow in there. This should be some skin color in there, right? Black in here. I'm going really lightly with the black so I can slowly make it darker and darker and darker. Now I'm ready to go in here. I'm just going to blacken this up. All right, I think we'll call that success. So there's your portrait. Okay, thanks.